This week on the Racing Insiders, we look at the opening of the World Rally Championship at Monte Carlo. Some surprises, terrible weather. Dakar, team orders. We find out what that has to do with the finish of the race. Driver rankings, we get a special report. And Porsche Cup competition in Australia. And rumors. We get rumors. You won't believe the stuff that we've heard coming up next on the Racing Insiders.
Snow, mud, gravel,
tarmac, danger,
sideways, flat out,
jumps, spectacular,
Welcome to the 2014 World Rally Championship.
Welcome back to the Racing Insiders, the only place in broadcasting where you're going to get sports car content every week. I'm Bill Wood in Los Angeles. Jeff Lepper is with me in Folsom, California. We're going to France right now, though. The opening of the World Rally Championship. Rain, snow, mud, ice. It was an incredible event. Some surprises at the front. A champion ends up winning. Sébastien Ogier gets the win in terrible conditions, Jeff. He said that if a different tire choice would have changed the rally altogether.
Yeah, he said that if a team had taken snow tires in the very first stage of the rally, they probably would have had a 5-minute lead and been able to hold on to that. Interesting enough, on that very first stage, he crashed his car into a wall. They made some updates last year to that car, and they said if they had not made those updates to reinforce that front end, that probably would have been it for the rally. So very, very fortunate, and it was a come-from-behind win for Ogier as well.
Yeah, it was he said it was like the first turn of the stage. It was incredible. All during the first day of the event, everyone was talking about tire choice, and they started off in rain, they turned to ice, and then they came down the other side of the hill in snow. It was an incredible event, and tire choice it matters in all forms of rallying because you're out on the open roads in some cases, and you have to know how to choose. That's part of the event. That's why I love the sport. The surprises, the real surprises, Robert Kubica and the Ford ended up leading, I think, the first 3 stages of the event. Formula One race winner, he was putting out expectations, lowering expectations before the event, then he shows up leading. There were some other surprises. What'd you have, Jeff?
Well, you got to think about Robert Kubica there. He actually hit a guardrail, not a rail, but like a rail on a bridge, and a lot of people kind of held their breath there for a minute, thinking that this might be, a relapse for him, so to speak, on hitting a rail again. He crashed out of the rally. I got to go with Brian Buffet, the local guy in his Ford Fiesta, finishing second, led a majority of the rally, ran into a puncture and some problems in stage 11, didn't really quite recover from that, and that allowed Ogier to get up he had a 38-second lead over the world champion, Sébastien Ogier. Of course, he is local. He grew up racing on those roads, but you got to think that there might have been a chance for a local hero to come through with a win at the Monte Carlo rally. I also got to go back with Volkswagen. Man, this team is awesome. First, fourth with Jari Matilavia and Andres Mikkelsen in 7th. So great manufacturer points for Volkswagen in the very first round.
And Citroën, ever since Sébastien Loeb left, they've been having trouble staying in the podium, but they did get a podium from a new driver, Chris Meek. Let's hear from the Citroën team.
Yeah, fantastic.
what can I say? My first rally as a proper factory driver in the Citroën team, and we managed a podium in a rally that's so difficult. But as I said before the rally, a team like this has so much pedigree and so much experience, and I relied so much on the team, and they give me a fantastic car. So we made no mistakes all weekend, and for me that's a big pleasure to do that in a rally that's so difficult. So I'm really, really happy.
Yeah, for sure. It's I'm so happy right now. I think it's been a great weekend. All since shakedown we have been in the top of the field, and since the first stage as well. So I was so happy to get through the last stage and to finish fourth here in Monte Carlo. It's fantastic for me. A great race for the team as well. So I'm very, very happy for everyone, and great effort from Citroën Racing and everyone there as well. So I'm very happy.
Still a stunning event. Love rallying, as you could tell. There's one more factory team that made a debut pretty well. Jeff, what about Hyundai?
Well, Hyundai sure upped their game. If you look at the car park that they had, the service area in Gap, they brought this huge building basically for both of their cars. Thierry Neuville driving with them and Danny Sordo. Unfortunately, Neuville had a huge incident. We talked about that at the very beginning of the show with the tire choice in stage 1. Danny Sordo had an electrical problem in stage 5. Still, it's awesome to see a new manufacturer in WRC. Look for great things to come from Hyundai.
They had good speed, but just were out early in the event.
Sit! He's not moving, Timo. He's not moving. Timo, put the pressure down, please.
I love to be in the podium. This is our target.
Dakar Rally, huge event. Some team orders had a part to play in the overall race win by Nani Roma. He gets his first win in the car after winning on the motorcycle. 11-time champion Stefan Petterhansel kind of fought against team orders from the Mini Brigade. He had a chance to win. He was falling on Roma like an avalanche, Jeff, and he had a chance to come back, win, took the lead, then backed off and let Roma move to the front. You agree with team orders like that?
Oh no, I am hot over this issue right now. I cannot believe it. Stefan Petterhansel, 11-time Dakar champion. He has a 48-minute behind Nani Roma. You said it before, he passed Nani Roma, took the rally lead. X-Raid had 9 of the top 12 finishing positions with their minis. Are you kidding me? You have to have team orders and tell your drivers to back off to maintain a triple podium for your drivers. I am just besides myself, cannot believe this happened on the very last stage. Nasser Al-Attiyah and Petterhansel pulled over, parked it to let Nani Roma catch up so they could have the photo op with all 3 cars, and that actually allowed Nani Roma to make up the time on Petterhansel and get the Dakar win.
Yeah, Petterhansel said he's good friends with Roma. He appreciates his friend winning, but he had a chance to win and didn't. That's got to be very frustrating for a guy that's as competitive as these guys are. And Roma, Petterhansel, all of them that are in the event, including the Americans. Robbie Gordon and B.J. Baldwin, they fought and fought and fought. Gordon finally went out, had 10 hours to fix his car. He said it was an air filtration system on the car People were saying it was part of the gas problem that he's had from vapor lock to the poor gas in the car. I mean, it was just a terrible, his 10th Dakar was terrible. B.J. Baldwin, his car went out, the fuel cell mounts broke, and they got a hole in the fuel cell, and he just stopped. It was a terrible run for the Americans.
Yeah, not really what we're looking for. Hopefully they can all regroup. I'm sure Robbie Gordon's going to be there. B.J. Baldwin said he's learned a lot this year. Cannot wait to get back. I really hope that some of those guys will go a little bit early, get a lot of testing done in, maybe test that same vehicle or that same truck in the Baja 500, the Baja 1000, just to try to get some more miles on those vehicles.
I would really appreciate them approaching it as a rally instead of an off-road race. It's not an off-road race. I can't say that enough, and that people who have success don't have success in big, huge trucks like Gordon takes there every year. If you're trying to prove a point, that's one thing, but if you're trying to win a rally, you've got to go with the winning stuff. The Dakar Rally, Nani Roma the winner, Stefan Paterhansel second. The mini squad just overran everybody. Let's go to the driver rankings in the Tudor United Sports Car Championship and driver rankings in sports car racing in general. The 24 hours at Daytona is this weekend. Jeff, you know about the driver rankings. You're a driver. Give us an update.
Well, yeah, I might be a driver, but I think I just got upgraded from wood to maybe tin or aluminum, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm actually a metal now, which is pretty cool. But a lot of guys are sitting on the bench kind of wondering what went wrong with their rankings. It goes from silver to bronze to gold to platinum. Now, in the prototype challenge class, in the GTD class, you're only allowed to have one gold driver, and you have to have someone lower than that, or a platinum and a gold, and you have to have somebody that's either a silver or a bronze. So the guys that got moved up, Lawson Aschenbach being one of those, he got moved up from silver to gold. I don't know what reason for. The guy's won a Pirelli World Challenge GTS championship. He's ran a few GT races, but he's always been in unibodied sedan cars. Dane Cameron, who's raced a Daytona prototype car, got downgraded to bronze. I just don't understand the driver's ranking system in the Tudor United Sports Car Series. A lot of guys kind of looking in. A lot of guys are upset. I mean, Twitter blew up when they did this. And there's some guys that are happy. You know, Bryce Miller, he got dropped down from a gold down to a silver, so that makes his options a lot more on where he can go and race. It's just one of those things that we don't know what they're doing. I'm sure it'll all be explained to us later on, and when we find out, fans will find out.
You know, it's strange that all of this is coming. The race is what starts this weekend in a day or so. They just got the, like 10 days ago, they just got the rules. They're still getting the balance of performance stuff worked out. The driver rankings are just getting worked out. We have to expect new things because of this new world order in sports car racing, but this is a bit much. And I imagine for the teams, for the drivers, it's crazy. We got rumors that are coming up. Speaking of drivers, rumors. We get rumors. In baseball, they call it hot stove. We're going to call it something else. But next, Porsche Cup in Australia. We'll be right back.
This segment of the Racing Insiders was brought to you by GoRacingTV.com. For racers, by racers. Want to keep up with all the racing action at the track? Well, download the new Go Racing TV iPhone and Android app. And remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Welcome back to the Racing Insiders. Let's go quickly to Australia, the Porsche Carrera Cup. Just if you're a Porsche-phile, you've got to see some of the fastest Porsches in the world show up all at one time to get a chance to race in the Porsche Carrera Cup series that runs in Asia and in Europe. Ben Beasley has the report on the cars showing up in Australia.
This would have to be one of the most enviable car lots in Australia. 25 of the very latest specification Carrera Cup Porsche 911s directly from the race factory in Germany. In true Porsche style, a full 4-day handover process, including shaking the cars down around Sydney Motorsport Park, was conducted under the watchful eyes of Porsche Cars Australia Motorsport Manager Cameron McConville.
It's part of what the factory have designated being good business practice to make sure that every Carrera Cup around the world gets a full 4-day training and handover program, 2 days of tech training and 2 days on track to actually sample the cars. And if there are any questions, we have people from Germany and Cosworth from the UK here on the ground ready to help them.
Carrera Cup features a number of the best drivers in the country, including the likes of Porsche legend Craig Baird, V8 Endurance Cup champion Warren Luff, and defending Bathurst 1000 champion Stephen Richards. The depth in the championship is not lost on British ace Ben Barker, who competes in the Porsche Super Cup alongside F1 events in Europe.
I think it's probably one of the best Carrera Cups in the world. It's got great drivers up the front. It's got great tracks that you go to, so the calendar's awesome.
Barker raced the latest specification GT3 last year, and he has been kept busy fielding questions from the local drivers.
It's a great new car. You've got the paddle shift, so it's effortless to change gear. So it's become a little easier when you first jump in the car, but like all motorsport, it's always very hard to get the last few tenths to get it on pole. So, but I think these guys in Australia are really going to enjoy the car for sure.
The reaction from the drivers has been positive, and the category chief believes the big winners will be race fans across the country.
It will be more, the racing will be better, the cars will be stronger under brakes, there'll be more overtaking, they sound fantastic, and they have that very distinctive positive upshift with the paddle shift pneumatic gearbox. I think it'll have that very nice distinctive note about them.
The 2014 Carrera Cup will hit the tracks for the first time in anger as part of the Clipsal 500 on the streets of Adelaide at the end of February.
If you're a Porsche-phile, you've got to love all these cars that are coming together in one place. They're beautiful. This is rumors. Want to stress that these are rumors. This is the disclaimer, stuff that we've heard, and there are a lot of rumors that are going on just below the surface, including, let's start with an announcement so we can roll into the rumors. Earlier this week, it was announced that Global Rallycross champion Tomas Heikkinen, Topi, is going to leave Ford where he was last year, and he's going to go to Volkswagen in the FIA World Rallycross Championship in a Volkswagen. Markland Motorsports, Anton Markland, he's got a kind of a lead into the Volkswagen factory, and Topi Heikkinen is going to be with him. That was an announcement. Jeff, pick it up from there.
Well, the only rumors that I know of, I got a whole list here, but some of my top highlight ones, Eric Bana, the Hulk actor. He did the Love the Beast documentary in 2009 about him doing the rally racing in his car. Big Hollywood actor. He's going to be running the Bathurst 12-hour, supposedly, it's a rumor, in a Lamborghini Gallardo. We'll have to see how that goes out and plays out.
And then another rumor that we're hearing is that another change at Ford here in the United States to Volkswagen, Tanner Faust. This is a rumor. I've reached out to him, but this is a rumor that Tanner Faust is going to go from a Ford Fiesta, where he's been, won 2 championships, finished second last year. He's going to be in a Volkswagen. Maybe, and this is even deeper in the rumor mill, maybe with the Volkswagen team that was announced by Michael Andretti, he's going to be in the Global Rallycross this year. Jeff, it's getting deep here. What do you have?
Man, I can't believe that. It's going to be great to see Andretti and Tanner Faust team up, if that is just what the rumor says it's going to be. Also, Yvonne Mueller, the double winner in World Touring Car Championship, actually tested the Citroen, the same Citroen that Sebastian Loeb tested. And the rumor is he was significantly faster than Sebastian Loeb. I look for Yvonne Mueller, who's been with GM and the RML team in WTCC for a long time, to maybe be announced as that second driver in the Citroen for the World Touring Car.
Wow, anybody faster than Loeb. Mueller's been great in the touring cars. Wow, that's pretty good news. And a rumor that Nick Wey, the Supercross rider, is going to join with another a BMX guy, Dave Mira, that the two of them are going to be in Global Rallycross in a Mini this year. Rumor, strictly rumor, but I'm getting some of this from people that have been really good to me in the past in the rumor department. Crazy. We'll
next thing you know, we're going to have
again. These are just rumors, things that we've heard. Jeff, it's wild out there right now.
Well, yeah, with all these motocross and bike guys coming over to Global Rallycross, the next thing you know, we're going to have the Global Rallycross race, and we're going to have like a freestyle Global Rallycross as well.
It's like monster trucks. On the racing calendar this week, the opening of the racing season here in the United States, the Rolex 24, the Daytona 24 Hours, is getting underway this weekend. Biggest names in racing are going to be there. It's the birth of the new Tudor United Sports Car Championship, the new world order in certainly American sports car racing. And in rallying here in the United States, the American Rally Championship gets underway in the Snowdrift Rally. It's the only scheduled snow event on the calendar. That's the racing calendar this week. Jeff, what do you have in mind for this weekend?
Well, I'm actually buttoning things up here, hopping on an airplane, heading down to Daytona for the Rolex 24. Can't wait to see how that transpires and what goes on there, and we'll crown a winner on Sunday.
Wow, it's going to be a great event. A lot of anticipation for what's going on. That's what I'm paying attention to. I just want to see what happens between the P2 cars and the Daytona prototypes. If the GTLM, the Le Mans from the ALMS, if those GT cars, how fast they'll be, the competition, it's going to be kind of confusing for people who are used to Grand Am. There's going to be Ferraris that are going to look like each other and be in different classes. Strange race, but pay attention to it. It's the future of American sports car racing. That's the Racing Insiders this week. Glad you're with us. Want to invite you back next week when you'll get a chance to hear some of the latest in sports car racing globally. I'm Bill Wood in Los Angeles. Jeff Lepper is in Folsom, California. Take care of each other this week. Respect each other. Look forward to seeing you next week. Peace.